I share some of my audience may know part of my story, and there's a lot that probably don't. But my daughter, who's now 23 years old, came to me 10 and a half weeks early through an emergency C-section because I had something called HELLP syndrome, which is hemolysis, elevated liver enzymes, and low platelets. And I was basically bleeding to death. And I never felt good through the entire pregnancy. I was sick. And I don't mean sick like, little nausea, tired,
Mhm.
the typical, right?
Yeah.
Really sick, pain, discomfort. Sometimes it was a struggle to get out of bed. And the morning that she was delivered, well, she was delivered the next morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. But the morning I was having what I had to listen to was a nosebleed for 45 minutes that I couldn't stop. And my blood pressure was 190 over 110. I was laying on my
Oh,
bathroom floor bleeding to death. And when I went to the hospital, and at that point, I had called my husband at the time and said, we got to go. And I'm the first one to go, keep me out of the hospital based on the way I practice and the things I do. It is an
yes.
emergency room because it should be an emergency.
Yeah.
Right. And they had used the words next step was seizures, coma, and death, and transported me to, a different hospital so that the delivery would happen and I could stay with the baby. And long story short, she's 23, she's flying airplanes, she's beautiful.
Yes.
There's a longer story and there's a longer
We know the
resilience.
good. Yes, but this was so
Good, but
real.
to your point, I stayed in the NICU with her for 7 weeks to the day. I didn't pay a bill. I didn't return a phone call. I didn't see a patient. And not that there aren't consequences to that, but I did what I needed to do to recover both physically and emotionally with a brand new baby as a brand new mom, right? So we get faced with those challenges, and I always say here to complain about them on the other side, right? Like thank goodness we're here to
Yes.
complain about them. But so many cool gifts came out of that experience, right? And I can see it even on your face as we're talking, like the the the, the benefit is, where does that sounds to those negative perceived events are so truly amazing when we pay attention to them. They can really be life altering.